Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing tea with Nan again on a Monday at 12 o'clock. Here's my lovely cup today. I've got a bee cup because I love bees, and don't we all? They're very important to the planet. So I hope you're all okay. I hope you've had a good week since I've last been on here. I'm waiting for someone to come on so I can have a little chat, but basically today is all going to be about staying authentic, and that's very important these days. And I really hope that some of you are already authentic to yourself and not compromising too much. But it is very important that we do this. We have to be aware that our own sense of self is always enough and quite unique, being exactly who you are right now. So I like to try, and I've been trying to do that most of my life, to be honest, because we do compromise, don't we? We compromise ourselves a lot, and we learn how to do it. I mean, my mother, bless her, used to sort of make sure that I dealt with everybody around me. You must make sure they're all okay, so that they were all okay, everyone around me, but I was never really aware of whether I was okay and what I wanted to do. So I didn't really have awareness of myself enough to stay authentic. And most of my life, as many of us on here, have had that trouble. We've all like sort of thinking, well, we compromise here and we have to do that. And so today, staying authentic is about being your unique self. Who you are is important, and we're all absolutely equal to each other in the sense of value, but we've got to stay authentic to ourselves to be more for everybody around us as well as ourselves and collective consciousness. So we've got somebody on here already. Hi, whoever that is. I'll send you a virtual hug. That'd be lovely on a Monday. Everyone needs a hug, don't they? So yeah, so we do compromise ourselves. We do it because we want to fit in. We do it for survival. We do it because we don't want to be rejected. We want to be accepted. Oh, hi, Kirsty. Nice to see you, darling. Lots of love to you on a Monday. Oh, Jane, I was hoping you were going to be on here. Happy Monday to you, my darling. So we all compromise, especially beautiful, sensitive people that want to help other people. Empaths do this. People that feel other people's feelings and must make sure everyone is okay. But we mustn't forget ourselves, because that is very important. So we've got to let our own light shine as well. So if we can be aware that, yes, we're trying to fit in, we've been doing that most of our lives, and it is something we naturally do. Oh, hi, Alison. Oh, look, you're on here as well. How lovely. Oh, thank you for being here on a Monday. I hope you got your cuppa ready and you're relaxed for a few minutes with me. That would be good. But yeah, staying authentic, it's not always easy, and we don't know we're not being authentic until you realise that perhaps you're compromised, where you're like somebody else, or you'll let them govern what's going on around you, or you're going somewhere you don't want to be. Those kind of compromises aren't good for you. So be aware of your needs and trust that you are always enough, just as you are. Just as you are. You're just who you are. You've developed yourself to be, and it's no accident you are who you are, and you've got to value that. And valuing yourself is really important, because it's not ego, it's a really important honour thing you do for yourself. And to say that you're important enough to follow your needs, or to deal with your needs and make you happy, make your inner child happy. So we have to perhaps set boundaries. And boundaries are really important, because I don't mean we have to be harsh with them, but we can say, okay, I'm aware of my needs. I don't want to go there, or I don't want to be there, or I don't want that person in my life at the moment, or something. You know, it might be that somehow you are compromised, and you've got to be aware of that. So once you are aware of your needs, then you can set the boundaries. You can say to yourself, right, I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm not going to compromise my time, my energy, myself, my values, whatever that might be. So have a think about that, because once you start focusing on your authentic self, then it naturally comes up that you no longer want to compromise yourself, and that liberates you. That makes you a stronger person. It makes you more confident. It makes you better to be around, actually, and a great influence on other people. Hi, Colin. Nice to see you. So yeah. Oh, hi, John. Nice to see you too. Oh, yes, you need to be yourself. Absolutely. Because as I said, we're compromised all the time by comparing ourselves. We compare ourselves to other people, don't we? Or we used to, maybe. And that isn't always good, because you can you can be quite critical towards yourself. I'm not like them, or perhaps I need to be more like them. And we can be inspired by people around us. as long as it fits you, as long as it resonates with your heart, then you're being inspired by them to be more of you. So you are still unique, even if you're thinking, well, I'm going to be a bit like that person or that person. You're not really comparing so much as being inspired, like I said. So, okay, so recognizing your own qualities. Now, most people on here, they wouldn't really feel comfortable doing that because they feel it's vain or it's not, it just doesn't fit right. But once you start doing it, you'll realize why you're doing it. So I did a value list for myself many years ago. And I had, because I had no confidence, no value, I felt as if I was worthless, really. And I'd always compromised myself. So, okay, I thought, I'm going to value myself. This is a start. So I wrote a list, and it took me over a week to do. So this list was 20 things I valued or liked about me. Wow. I knew it was going to be hard, but it took me over a week. I got as far as 3, and I thought, well, I suppose I'm okay at that. I suppose that bit's all right. And then I realised that over the week, I kept going back to it and writing in some more. Well, and it has to be about lots of things. It's about all of you. The value list is about who you've become, physically, emotionally, what you do, how you make people feel, the things you truly value about yourself, as if you were your best friend. And that's easier to do it that way. So, yeah, so over a week it took me to write this list. And I felt at the end of it, I still couldn't read it because I didn't value myself enough. So I quickly sort of put it away and I thought, right, that's it, I've done it now. And on the inside of me, it's amazing. I started to value myself on a subconscious level. And I found my body worked better as well, by the way, because when you value yourself, this one here opens, the sacral. So everything worked better. Hormones worked better. My sense of self was better. And everyone treated me differently. They treated me better. And I really felt valued. Oh, hi, Graham. Nice to see you. Oh, lovely. It's nice to see you on here. I hope you would come on today. So today's all about staying authentic. It's really important that we do that. And we do it with love. Okay. So yeah, it took me over a week to write this list. And I put it away. And then I thought, right, I'm going to try it again to see if anything has changed, how difficult that would be for me to see my own light. So I tried it about a couple of months later. And, you know, it took me less than 5 minutes. It was like a stock check. It was like having, you know, you go shopping, you're going to go into the kitchen and see what you've got, what you need. Well, when you stock check yourself, you're kind of valuing yourself and you're thinking, well, I'm important. I'm enough. The same as everybody else. So it took me about, I don't know, it didn't take me very long to write, about 5 minutes. And I thought, well, there's my evidence. And it wasn't anything to do with ego. It's to do with celebration of who you've developed yourself to be. Who are you? I mean, most people don't know who they are. They think they're just a reflection of other people's needs, which is important that we go back to ourselves and recognize what our needs are and value that. So the value list might be a good way of you learning how to look at yourself, okay? Because it did take me that time, and it's amazing how it changes. And it keeps, once you've done this list, if you can, you're not allowed to ask anyone, by the way. You've got to do it yourself. It's a value list from you to you, okay? Hi, Kerry. Nice to see you, darling. We're talking about staying authentic today to yourself. It's very important. And it's good for everybody. It inspires everyone else. As you become more authentic, it inspires everybody else, okay? I know I was always people-pleasing. In fact, it's only up to a couple of years ago that I've been aware that that isn't really good for you. And it makes you resent. When you people-please, you resent. It basically, on a subconscious level maybe, you kind of don't want to do that. And it shuts down the chakra here, the heart chakra. It makes you feel burdened. So it's really good not to feel that you have to people-please, because you're important too. You're a person. And if you're going to please anyone, please yourself first. The Dalai Lama once said, I went to see him in London, I love me first before I love you, or I have nothing to give, he said. Well, you've got to stay authentic and love yourself first before you please other people. And it, as I say, it inspires everybody around them to do the same. So I've got a couple of talks that go with this, Nan Talks, from my website. I'll give it to you in a minute. So the Nan talk I'm thinking of is mirror work, and that's in the blue section. So when you go to the website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk, you'll see a chakra man here. Go to the blue section and you'll find mirror work and self-talk. If you can go to those, they will help support you in a way that you can look in the mirror and say to yourself what you need. And self-talk would be about your inner child. So you have a sort of a conversation with yourself, and then you kind of be aware of what you need, and then you can make that decision from there not to compromise, okay, and set boundaries. So another one to perhaps look at is the 3 V's in the orange section, because that's about you valuing you and validating you and very much loving you. Okay, it's very important. So those would be very, very useful to you to connect with today. Another thing I was going to bring up is the previous Teas with Nan that I've been doing lots of. The 2 that I find really important right now to validate staying authentic is measure up. Now, measure up is one I did 28th of a second, and it kind of gave you a scale of 1 to 10, and 1 being really low, 10 being high in happiness, you know, and you measured under 5 or over 5, okay? You measured what kind of relationship you have, what kind of, you know, where you spend your energy, where you work. That was really good, because then under 5 is really bad for you, okay? And it ties in beautifully, because, I mean, you're too compromised. But if you're over 5, you're in a happy place of success. You're more likely to attract more of it as well. But you'll be happier, healthier over 5s. So I never, ever, ever work for under 5s. Ever, ever. I always work over 5s. My work brings me 9s and 10s. Everything I do, my friends, people, clients, I just don't work under 5. And so I feel better for it. And they get more from me because I'm happier and healthier. So that's another reason to look at that measure up. But it ties in beautifully with Find Your Tribe, which was another talk I did on the 28th of the 3rd. So if you want to look up that, you go to Tea with Nans on my website, and you can have a look at Find Your Tribe. What I like about that is that you are going to be selective over who you spend your time with. And what I've made up a little thing that isn't on there, but I'm going to tell you now. And I've got under 5, because we use the same gauge, you see. So under 5, get out, survive. Over 5, you've met your tribe. So that's a nice thing to remember. So under 5, get out, survive. You need to survive away from that low vibration. Over 5, you've met your tribe. It's a lovely one. And you can just keep thinking to yourself, well, does that person or does that situation, does it really fit me? Am I compromised? What number am I? If I'm under 5, you can guarantee you're not being authentic to yourself. And that's why I thought I'd tie it in today with those 2, because it was a really important message. And just don't compare yourself to others. You know, you are unique. You know, to list those things that make you unique is to value you, and that gives out more to other people. It makes them value themselves, because they naturally want to do that by example. See? So I'd love you all to do a list of 20 things you like about you. And you don't have to share it with anyone. You haven't got to tell anyone. You've only got to do it for yourself, so that you can value who you've developed yourself to be, and without compromise, and without comparing yourself too much to other people. You know, it's nice to be motivated by people you admire, but admire yourself too. You've come a long way. You've done a lot with your life, and you don't have to be this great. But you are, and you've chosen to be the good things that you are. So it's really good to value that, okay? And thank you for the hearts, guys. I'm going to give you a big hug back. So I've got something I want to read to you, because I've only thought about this morning, but there's a speech here I've got, and it's quoted by Nelson Mandela, and that was in 1994, okay? Alison. Thank you, Nancy. Oh, bless you. Oh, that's so good. Oh, darling, it's nice that you've messaged me. I'm sending you lots of love, darling, okay? Good. You can always private message me, and I can always help you as well. Okay, so going back to this speech, this might be very relative to you, Alison, because you've got to learn to shine in your own light now, okay? So I'm going to read this out, and some people have replaced the word God with that's what you can do. But I'll keep it original, then you can play with it if you need to. And, oh, I'm back on again. As long as you get the general message, that's really important, okay? So I'm going to read you this lovely speech, and I'm sure you can look it up yourself if you need to, quoted by Nelson Mandela. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. You were born to manifest in the glory of God that is within us. It is not in just some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Isn't that lovely? My favourite bit of that is that as we let our own light shine, which is lovely, isn't it? We unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. You're an example to them all. As we are liberated from our own fear, and our fear of being more, our fear of not being enough, as we are liberated from it, our presence automatically liberates others. Isn't that lovely? I love that speech. And I quite often share it with my clients. Oh, hi Vanda. If you've missed some of this, darling, then you can always go back and listen to it again. But if you want to, look up that speech. It is beautiful. But it gives you permission to be yourself. And it gives you focus to be yourself. And most people aren't focused enough on their own needs. So have a little chat with yourself. Are you measuring? If that situation or that person or that job or whatever, as it's measuring under 5, get out, survive. You don't want to be out. You don't want to be compromised. You want to shine your light. Be over 5. Meet your tribe. Be your tribe. Be a support to yourself. That's what we need to do. And set boundaries with the people around you so that you can maintain that. Otherwise, we'll go back to doing what we've always done before. Hi, Susan. Nice to see you, darling. I'd love you to share this with everybody, your friends, your family, because the more we are staying authentic and valuing ourselves, the better it is, because we are allowing people to grow and evolve in themselves. We grow and evolve. We become stronger. We all need to be stronger and healthier. We all need to be very aware of how we need to grow and what our needs are. So, and as we develop and we shine our light, then other people are going to do that, as I say, just by example. They're going to look at you and go, I really want to be more like that. I want to follow my path, my soul journey, my feelings are important. And remember, you are always enough. So it took me a long time to learn that one. I never felt I was enough. So if you can make sure you say that to yourself, you're really helping yourself. You're really helping others as well. And you're not actually needing them to validate you because you validate yourself. That's the nice thing to do. So I think I've covered everything on here. You can always email me at nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk. And as I say, if you like this, please share it. If you're on YouTube watching this later, like, subscribe and share. I'm trying to get it out there really, and I think it's a lovely thing to do. We're one big family now. We're trying to support each other. So, and we need to keep our emotional balloon high. So this is why I do this every Monday, because I want you all to be happier people and more powerful, and collective consciousness. The world will feel it, okay? So it's going to be lovely if you can do that. So Vanda says something. Oh, great. She's going to share as well. Let's all shine together. Let's all shine our light. Let's all really value who we are. And as I say, it's not ego. It's a celebration of who you've become, what your soul journey is, what we've learned. And we can't have self-criticism in there. We've got to learn to accept what we can't change and not really judge it either. There's loads of talks I've done on that. But it's just being aware, of how you look at yourself, and you matter. And looking at the good things. A value list is so important. So as I've suggested it, I think I better do another one. I haven't done one for years. But it will change, it will help your hormone level, because it helps your body, helps this one here to open. So you'll be in a better mood as well. That your mood will be better, your body will be better. And so what you attract into your life will be better as well. Because as you value yourself, other people will value you, and all your relationships will improve. All around you, you'll see it happen as long as you've done the list. So hi Helen, I hope you're going to do the list as well. Have a go at it. It's not easy, I'm telling you, it's not easy. But once you've done it, it will become easier to do. It's easier to stop check yourself and to check to see whether you need to, maybe get away from some situations if they're under 5 or people. It's a constant measurement of yourself that's important. So you do not compromise, okay? So I hope you have a lovely week. I think I've covered everything on my list here. If you can do the list, let me know how you feel. It'd be lovely. Hi, Sally. Nice to see you. If you've joined late, you can always listen again. And trust yourself to always be enough. Because you are. Just as you are. You've come a long way. You've done a lot with your life. We've all been through lots of challenges. So celebrate yourself. And maybe that might be one of the things. Maybe on your list you might put, I value me because I was strong to get through lockdown, or I helped somebody, or those things that we take for granted about ourselves. Because that way you'll be, well, you'll just feel happy and you'll be healthier. And as I say, other people will benefit from being around you because you're like sunshine then, aren't you? Hi, Susan. It's great that you're here too. I love having this little get together every on Monday. It's lovely. And it's very important that we maintain that connection because everybody needs it. Everyone needs to support each other, especially with world affairs, etc. It's very important we keep our emotional balloon high. Otherwise, we'll be dragged down if we're feeling all everyone's feelings. I'm not saying don't be empathetic, because of course we are, but not to allow that worry or that stress to bring your body's energy down. And then you wonder why you don't feel well, or wonder why you're not happy. So it is important to stay happy while you're wishing others well, while you're hoping and praying, whatever, that things sort themselves out, as I say, in world affairs. So it's very important that you look after yourself, because you are important. I keep saying that. And every person is valuable. Every person that's positive is helping themselves, others, and the world. So I think that's me for now. I think I've done everything I can on here. I've mentioned everything I was planning to. Look up those talks if you want to. That's Mirror Work, Self-Talk, and 3 V's. And of course, the previous T's with Nan, which I really like, I'd like you to listen to, is Measure Up and Find Your Tribe. And that's 28th of the 2nd and 28th of the 3rd. So have fun with that. They all make sense. All my things I talk about knit together, really. So, and I use them. I walk the talk every day. Anyway, I will say goodbye to you now, and I will send you all a lovely virtual hug. And I hope you enjoy your day and your whole week. It's a beautiful day out there, so I'm going to go in the garden later. I hope you do too. It's nice to be grounded now and again. So have fun this week. I will see you next week at 12 o'clock for Tea with Nan. And give yourself a big hug from me and tell yourself you're important and you matter and that you're always enough. And stay authentic. Okay, namaste. Lots of love. I shall see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.